I'm going to tell you something that dentists, the medical industry, and the pharmaceutical industry does not want you to know. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can cure, yes, I said cure, your tooth infection. Now, I'm not a doctor or I'm not here to give medical advice. I'm just here to give you my personal opinion. I'm here to let you know what worked for me with my infected tooth in the past and what has worked for others. It's very simple, my friends. All that you need is $1 or two, a couple bucks at the most, and you could have an effective tool to treat your infection, okay? I'm going to get straight to the point. As you see on the screen, it's neosporin, triple antibiotic ointment. That's all you need. You just need to use that to kill the infection in your tooth. And that's what they don't want you to know. I'm going to explain exactly how to use it and what worked for me and what works for others. So, neosporin or triple antibiotic ointment, it has 3 active ingredients and they're antibiotics. It's beta-trachosan, I hope I said that right, polymyxin B sulfate, and petrolatum. 3 ingredients. You can get them at any dollar store, my friends. So I encourage you, stock up on this stuff. As I've told others, this could be like gold one day when things shut down or stuff hits the fan or there's no amoxicillin or any kind of drugs that you can get because perhaps there's a lockdown or perhaps they're limiting or rationing, right, the medicine that you can buy or take. So this is very important. Buy now before it's too late, my friends, because we're headed into an economic collapse and hyperinflation. So why not? If you can get it for $1 or two now and stock up and help yourself, help your family, or perhaps help others in your community, one day you could be the hero when somebody could possibly die of sepsis from a tooth infection because they can't get antibiotics. Then you just bring the neosporin out, right? It sounds crazy, but it's true. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly real quick how to use this and how it's worked for me. So I had a really bad infected lower back tooth. This was sometime last year, and it was kind of hard to get antibiotics, and it's just, you know how it goes with making doctor's appointments, or especially going to urgent cares. They don't really, for the most part, want to take care of you, and they have things that can take care of you with prescriptions, but they'll send you to the ER where you're just waiting there for 10 hours and probably won't get help anyway. So here's what you can do. You have an infected tooth. Make sure it's infected. It's not just some kind of toothache, okay, because this is specifically for an infected tooth, and it will cure it. And, you know, this is just something you put on cuts, too. So there's a multi-purpose here. So you can use it for cuts or light wounds or just anything to get rid of infection. So what I did, I put a little bit on my toothbrush, maybe just a line or maybe something no bigger than the size of a pea. I put it on my toothbrush and I brushed the infected tooth, including the gum around the area. I did this about 2 to 3 times a day for 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how serious it is. Now, I've noticed within days of the infected tooth starting to feel better, for the pain to go away, and eventually it worked. It's been over probably almost a year since I had that infection. I didn't need to get the tooth pulled. You know, if not $600, $700, $800, $1,000 later, I didn't need to do that. I just used this simple, effective method that the dentists don't want you to know about because they make money. It's a business, my friends. Getting sick, being in pain, all this stuff is a business, and they want to keep you that way in order so they can continually make money off of you. So if you know that you can go to the dollar store and spend $1.25 now on something simple like neosporin, well, then why not? Why go and spend $600 just to get a tooth pulled when you can do this? Now, eventually, of course, you're going to, if that tooth's rotted, you want to take care of that, but this will get rid of the infection. In my opinion, it's worked for me with no problems and others. So brush it 1 to 3 times a day. I would recommend 3 times a day for a week. If it's severe, do it for 2 weeks. But there's some discernment we need to use. There's common sense, right? With anything. It's not made to go in the mouth. Why? Because obviously if you swallow large amounts, or I'm not sure how much, you can get a little stomach ache, nausea, vomiting, loose stools. So be sure to do this. When you're done using, just wash your mouth out and spit it out. Don't swallow it. I did not experience any problems and any symptoms. The only thing that I experienced was not having a toothache, not having that jaw pain or that headache anymore. And this was a miracle drug. So stock up, my friends. If you use neosporin or any kind of triple antibiotic ointment to treat a tooth infection, let me know, because there's countless numbers of people out there who've done this just by doing research. I stumbled upon this just because I put two and two together and I said, well, it's an antibiotic, right? And it treats infections. Why not use it in my mouth? Just as long as I don't swallow it, I'll be fine. And guess what, folks? I was fine. So stock up tons of this. Buy like 15 to 20 bottles. It might only be like $22, $25, depending on where you go, or the Dollar Tree, or the tax, because hey, this could be as valuable as gold one day, symbolically, if you need it and you can't access antibiotics. Or what if you're not able to go to the local wellness shop and get tea tree oil that could treat that? Think about it, my friends. Stock up, because we're in some perilous times where there could be some more lockdowns. There could be a shutdown. It could be harder. Actually, it will be harder to get medicine. And there's going to be rationing for medicine as well, including food. And we have the digital currency. All this stuff's going to be tied in. It's going to be harder to treat what you need. And if they want to treat what you need, perhaps it may be a treatment that you disagree with, right? So this is something simple that you can do at home without anybody knowing about it. As I said, I'm not a doctor or giving medical advice, just my personal opinion and what works. So let me know if this worked for you, or if you think this is cool and exciting and you'd like to possibly start stocking up, because you never know. God wants us to be prepared and not to fear, my friends. So take care, and God bless.